Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a mother. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya, bye-ya, bye-ya. Orales, you can tell by the thumbnail. Pobrecito Jerry Springer, right? Dead at age 79. Breaking news. Jerry was that guy. In a menudo style in direct fashion, guard. You know he was that guy, right? Jerry was definitely that guy. In the 90s, the 2000s, Jerry held it down. Especially if you were doing any type of incarceration. If you were in prison, juvenile hall, CYAs, whatever the case may be, Jerry held it down because that was the only channel we got, right? Now, let me tell you, back in the days, Jerry was definitely the show to watch, the Jerry Springer Show. And, unfortunately, he's passed away. The Vato was old. He was getting older, man. He was getting on in years at 79 years of age. He's gone. He passed away yesterday. And it's another unfortunate thing. But, they say it comes in twos and threes, right? Yesterday, we had Money Sign Suede, who was killed while incarcerated. And then today, Jerry Springer. Now, it's not a laughing matter. When I think Jerry Springer, I think good times and good memories. Canalismo. This was the type of show that, at first it started off serio and then it kind of went into the comedy type / Bud Light. I don't know what the hell it was, right? But it was definitely interesting. And then it started to get it became too much. And Vato started to not watch it. They started, Maury, orderly Maury, right? I'm not the father. You're not the father? I think I'm the father. She told me I was the father. I paid child support for 18 years. I guess I am the father. Not Puto, you're not the father. Leroy is. But at the same time, Jerry Springer was definitely a show that we watched while incarcerated, and it brings back a lot of fond memories. This guy deserves his respect because he got a lot of people that were incarcerated through a lot of bad times. You're having a bad day on the yard. Maybe you got a John Doe letter. Not a John Doe letter. What do they call it? Que dijo Juan? A Dear John letter, a John Doe letter. Shit, man. So it's good. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? You get a Dear John letter. And you're having a bad day. Your old lady says she's 9 months pregnant. You've been down for 7 months. It's just a bad situation, right? You don't know what's going to happen, what's going on. And the ugly thing, you could always go back to the cell and slap on some Jerry Springer, and he's going to brighten up your day. He's going to say something stupid. He's going to say something ridiculous and outlandish. That's definitely going to put you in a better mood, or it's going to trip you out. But it's going to get your mind off what's going on back home and how Tyrone is giving her the footlong. She's eating that Subway sandwich. Now, I definitely understand that, losing someone like this, a pioneer, to reality TV, some people are going to take it as, whatever. It was just Jerry Springer, no big deal. But he was a person, man. He was a person that impacted a lot of people's lives and definitely put on for a lot of these shows that we watch today or that people watch today. I'm not much of a TV watcher. I watch movies. That's about it. A little bit of sports and so on and so forth, right? But in a menudo style in direct fashion, I definitely recognize the impact Jerry Springer had on my life and those around me. Like I said, being incarcerated at a young age, there wasn't much on TV, Holmes. We didn't get the cable. Homie, we got Soul Train and Jerry Springer. That was it. And some Esmeralda. Some Caliente, some Levántate. What you guys know about Caliente? Y'all others don't know. You don't know. If you don't know, now you know, right? And now you don't know, you don't know. Right, Caliente was definitely that hit. But Jerry Springer was on, it was on the schedule, and he brought so many crazy episodes and something new to the people, So when I woke up this morning and I heard that he passed away, I felt that if for no other reason I should make, basically a in loving memory video of Jerry Springer. I remember one day, and I'm going to tell you guys a story on how Jerry Springer damn near stopped a riot. I say damn near because we still got ours, right? But it was close. So I guess Jerry Springer had been showing, there had been commercials that he was supposed to have this one on where this black vato got played out of pocket. He come to find out that his old lady wasn't an old lady, it was an old man, right? So I remember they were showing the commercials and we were in We were in Nellis at this time in YA. I was on Madison. Madison was a compa there. It was a compa that rocked all the time, man. The who's who of whoever usually went there. So they had some high-power Southsiders, Norteños, whatever it was. I was right there in the mix. And I remember this commercial had been coming on. And you know, when you're in the day room, we had 2 TVs, right? One TV was considered the blacks TV. That's just the way it was. Soul Train stood on rotation, the basketball games. And the other one was the Mexican TV, to be controlled by the Mexicans. The Woods, brother, you just watched what you watched at that time, right? And the Mexican TV usually stood on Spanish, but if it was movie night, they put the movie on both TVs, and that was it. But one thing about Jerry Springer is everybody liked Jerry. Everybody fucked with Jerry. Jerry was that guy. Like I said, he was the man. So when Jerry would come in the afternoon, if you didn't have schooling, you would slap on some Jerry Springer and get it. So anyways, there was these commercials going on, and everybody wanted to see this episode because we wanted to clown. You know, it was funny. The Vato was about to get played out of pocket, and this was the first time we were going to see someone get played out of pocket. So everybody was looking forward to it. We don't have much to look forward to when we're incarcerated. You know, prison was a different animal compared to the youth authority. We were younger kids, so, you know, anything funny, anything we could clown and laugh at and cap on, we definitely were going to do that, take that opportunity to do that, because it took us up out of, you know, all the funk and all the turmoil and all the gangbanging and what we were in the mix with. So I remember telling the homeboy, bad boy from Sakura, I was like, hey bro, Jerry Springer, man, he's going to play about that a pocket. I'm going to cap and clown. It's an Africano about the two, so the brother, look how the brothers look. They're going to be all mad and shit, right? They're going to be like, brothers don't get played like that. That brother did, right? I said, so it's just, and it was all in fun. So what had happened was there was tension there. There was tension there between North and South. You know, it had started to, something happened in the school area. There was a vato that came on our compa, and for some reason he felt that if he can get in people's lockers and take bars of soap and sopas, right? And people were kind of up on who it was, but not too sure. So what had happened was there was a couple of Norteños that were in Washington, or they weren't in Washington, they were in Hayes. And we had got at him like, hey, this Vato's on our compa. We think he's jacking people. A couple homeboys came up with missing bars of soap, but we can't pinpoint them. We don't want to kick it off and cause tension, homes, if it's not, you know. But we know it's this Vato. Everybody knew. So, you know, we were already planning on making our next move, our best move, and we're going to get off on him. But we knew that would cause a riot because, of course, Vatos are going to back the homeboys play. Even though they knew he was on some jailhouse thief shit, they're still going to back his play. And then they're going to black at him. They're going to get off on him after. But they're definitely going to back his play. So the tensions were starting to rise. People were whispering. We were getting battery packs ready, sharpening things up. They were sharpening things up. I mean, it wasn't like prison where everyone's trying to be quiet and do their thing, man. You do right and wide open in front of about them. Thinking I got something for you. Hey. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you want it? You want it right now? You want it right now? Let me get the other side real quick. You know what I mean? It was like that. No one cared. It was crazy, right? You find you a nice rough spot on the ground and get to hitting that. Now, this Vato had went to the school area, and a couple homeboys from Hayes decided that for no reason they were going to catch him slipping around the bend and get off. You know, and this was unprecedented. It wasn't like at that time the Norteños would get off first or jump anyone or beat anyone up. We had rules and regulations. And one of the rules was, you know, we didn't jump guys. But, you know, this was the Wild Wild West, homes. This was Nellis. This was different. This was do your thing. So they end up jumping him. And he ends up going to the oil. When he comes back, he's talking about we put these guys on him, right? Which we just merely mentioned that this dude was doing that and that our hands were tied and the homeboys took the initiative to do their thing. Okay, so the Southsiders are upset, man. I remember this Vato from, he was from Southside 13. He came up to us and he was like, hey, Holmes, what's the deal, man? You know what I mean? What's up with these Vatos getting off on the homeboy? And I said, I thought whatever happened in the square area was square area shit. I thought whatever happened on our compa stood in our compa. I was like, Vegas, eh? And they definitely were upset because this was a littler Vato, even though they knew, you know, that he had sticky hands. So we started to explain the situation. Hey, look, you know, it could go ugly fast. Vato stealing people's shit. You know it. We know it. Come on, Holmes. We all know it. You know what I mean? Guard. Even they knew it, right? And they're like, don't trip. We're going to deal with this guy because you're right. He's definitely even stolen from some of the Southsiders. And they didn't go out like that. But the tensions were rising. And the word on the curb was it was supposed to kick off that day. As soon as we hit the day room, someone was going to disrespect. That's usually how it went down. Someone was going to throw a fuck. That means someone would stand up and talk shit, and it would go down. But this Jerry Springer episode had us so captivated, everybody forgot to fight, right? I remember Jerry comes on, and Jerry was a cold character. You know Jerry, man. He'll bring, hey, the dude, he came on, he was like, I got something to tell you, right? And the dude's acting like he don't know. For reals? What you got to tell me? Jerry turned around and be like, Oh, you can't tell? And Jerry was a co, and we were laughing and shit. But we were so captivated. It was so funny, this episode. Eventually, the guy got told that his old lady was an old man, right? And he acted stupid, threw chairs, and the vault that drank Bud Light put hands on him and tips on him, and they threw water on each other. And Steve Wilkos was there. He was the bodyguard back in the days. He was trying to calm everyone down, but at the same time, in the meantime, in between time, it was what it was. Anyways, because this was so funny, I remember nothing kicked off. It's like we forgot about it. Everyone forgot about it. And eventually, over time, we did have conversations, and that dude did get rolled up off the unit because he was stealing from people. And that's how Jerry first impacted my life. He was able to, because, hey, any riot, anything can happen. By the time the melee was over, there could be a body laying on the ground poked up. And it was just a situation merely over someone stealing that should have been dealt with in the first place. But at the first place, I said. But at the same time, Jerry Springer helped avoid that conflict. So I always have respect and love for Jerry Springer. I mean, his show, again, was a phenomenal show that, people watched all over the world. And, he passes away yesterday at the age of 79. And it's like we're losing everyone. It's the way I look at it, gente. All the old school rappers, old school singers that we used to watch as young kids in my era growing up, they're gone now. A lot of authors are gone, man. We're barely making it, humps. The new generation is taking over. And now even the new generation are dying even before the older generation. And it's a cold world that we live in. Our kids are not going to understand who Jerry Springer was. They're never going to know. It's going to disappear. They still play his show. I'm sure they're going to continue to play his show late night on certain channels, for adults only, because it became an adult show. It became a little outlandish, a little just too much. And I know most of it was scripted. Most of it was a setup. And we know that, but it still was funny. It was like a soap opera to the adults. It was just something to cap and clown on. It was the only thing on late night. It was the only thing on in the afternoon. Jerry was always on when nothing else was on. But he's gone now. He's gone now, and he'll take his memories with him. But anyone who has memories remembering Jerry Springer knew that he was that one. He was that one in the times when shit was going bad, man. He put a smile to your face. And so I respect that man for that. Now, I don't know what he was into. I know at one point he was the governor of Cincinnati or a mayor or something like that. So he definitely got into the political realm of things. But what I know Jerry as, a talk show host that definitely was a prison and a YA and a juvenile hall staple. He was always on. People be like, hey, bro, can you get on me? Can you come to my show real quick? Oh, shit, Mata's going to stab me. What's happening, Holmes? Did you watch the Jerry Springer episode? Did you see that one, Mata? Did you see the two vatos? I thought they were hiding, but they were really vatos and they were fighting. Yeah, I seen that shit. They all did a clean uppercut on that shit fake, eh? No, that shit look real to me, right? Jerry. We all know what it is with Jerry Springer, right? You know what I mean? Utterly, everybody wanted their Jerry beats. Now that's just what it is. So with that being said, and without being too funny, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. Definitely out of here. I'm going to make another video right now, record, because I'm going to give you guys the banger. I just wanted to put this out in memory of Jerry Springer and tell you guys a quick story. With that being said, gente, don't forget the lost ones, man. The lost ones that played an intricate part into our lives. Now, it wasn't like he saved lives, and he definitely was well known, though, and he deserves his respect. With that being said, rest in peace, Jerry Springer. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about the struggle to strive and the strive to struggle, man. It's all about getting your ass up, man, and going to work and getting that for your family and being aware, because it comes in twos and threes. And do you want to be that third? Definitely you don't. If you like this, hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. See, Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I honestly, truly believe in, and that's the coming together of all people. And even more so than that, providing you guys the best possible content I can while on YouTube. I'm going to do what I does, and in that fashion, this is the gun. Bang, bang.